Laying in the corner rooms where you see oftentimes 3 windows in the corner, a man and his wife laid in bed last night and contemplated how they were going to pay their bills. They were sitting here thinking, what have we done so disastrous? A 95% loan to value mortgage. We have 2 car notes. One is $427, the other one is $398. I can make the $3,000 payment a month, but what about the $3,600 annual property taxes and the $2,200 a year insurance? All that is good as long as my job is good. And somebody laid in these corner bedrooms last night and prayed, dear God, please let that sale go through tomorrow where I can make the mortgage payment, the insurance, and send my children to the private school and pay for that patio furniture that I just bought at the local patio shop, pay off the minimum payments of my credit cards. They laid there and thought, what can we do to impress our peers? When the people come over, we've got to have the greatest TV, we've got to have the nicest furniture, the nicest landscape, we've got to impress our friends. And I want to tell you, man, that is no way to live. That is absolutely horrific to lay in bed at night and think, how am I going to pay my bills? I want to encourage you that it doesn't have to be that way. I want to tell you about that chosen different paths. And I don't want to depress you. What I want to say is get control of your finances. I want you to put a stake in the ground today and say, no more. I've been living like that. I'm the guy you're talking about that's laying in bed at night with his wife praying, dear God, let me make that sale tomorrow so I can make my mortgage payment. I don't want to have that conversation with my wife saying, honey, because I was so stupid, the little boy that was in me wanted the nicest TV, the nicest car, so I can impress my buddies at the office, and the nicest, latest golf clubs. We got to move, right? We got to move. I don't want to have that conversation with my wife and tell my children, I know Billy next door is your buddy, but you know what? You got to find a new friend because Daddy was too lazy to do the right things. He wanted to impress his friends. He wanted to live in a house where he could afford the payment, but he couldn't afford the house. And I had to trade my car in and take exactly what was owed. I had no equity because I was too lazy to save the money and make the right decision. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to have that conversation with Robin or my children or my grandchildren. Let me tell you about a couple of guys that have made better choices that are in our community. Let me tell you about Matt Miller that lives in Stephenville, Texas, owns School Spirit Vending. The guy that drove an old beater van that was paid for, he paid $3,000 for it, and he invested the money in personal development. He got in a mastermind group, he hired a coach, he read, he watched TED Talks, he listened to audios that helped him, and he poured the money back into his business rather than that $3,000 a month mortgage payment. Matt Miller has sold 30 franchises in the past 120 days. You know what? He is doing awesome now as a result of delaying gratification. Let me tell you about Scott Beebe that lives in Bluffton, South Carolina, where he took his sons fishing on Saturdays in a flat-bottom John boat that he paid $600 for instead of investing $30,000 in the newest bass rig. Now Scott's making 3 times what he ever hoped to make because he invested the money back in his business. Let me tell you about 38-year-old John Vandermeulen. Started working 20 years ago, lived below his means, poured all the money back into his company. He's 38 years old. You know where he's at this morning? He's in Paragosa Springs, Colorado, fishing with his son. He retired. He sold his business because he delayed gratification. He didn't care what his peers thought. He didn't care what the people next door, the little Billies of the world, and what they were saying about the clothes that his kids were wearing. He poured the money back into his company, and now he's able to retire at 38 years old. And I'm mad at him because I'm not there in Paragosa Springs this morning fishing with him. Listen, guys, it don't have to be that way. I'm telling you, you don't have to impress your friends. You don't have to impress people at the office or at your church. You need to lay in bed at night and be planning your future with your wife, not worried about, oh God, I hope I make this sale so I can make this payment. I don't want you to live with this credit card debt and these astronomical payments. Let me tell you something. I want you today to say. It says, first day of fall. I heard Big A on the Greenway say today's the day. It's not too late. You can start today. I promise you today, this very minute, you can go, you know what, that's insanity and I've been living it. I'm guilty of it. But today I'm going to make a commitment that I'm going to stop living that way. I'm going to stop living thinking, thank God it's Friday, oh God it's Monday. I don't want you to do that. I want you to live a life that is absolutely amazing. Listen, when you start paying for stuff, it feels different. Dave Ramsey talks about the grass under your feet, and I can attest to that. When you have the deed in your lockbox to your house, your grass feels different. When you have the title to your car in your desk drawer, the car drives different. You make different decisions when you're not worried about what are the payments, but you're worried about what am I paying for it? What is the future I'm going to give my family? I want to encourage you guys today to stop. This is, what is it, September 22nd. Put a stake in the ground and say, today I'm going to be a different man. I'm going to lead my family like I'm supposed to lead my family. I'm going to make the right decisions. I'm going to put my big boy britches on, take my sparkly panties off, and I'm going to be a man. And I'm going to stand up and do the right thing. I'm going to delay gratification because my family's worth it. Man, my family's worth it. I hope you feel like your family's worth it. Today's the day. You guys let me know if you're willing to stand up and be a man and raise your family like you're supposed to and quit worrying about what your friends are saying. This is Big A. I'm coming to you live from the Greenway. I'm out of breath. I got another 2 miles to go. Hope you have a great day. First day of fall. Let's celebrate it big time. You guys have a good one. We'll see you.